In case you missed it, I was on Talk of the Town earlier sharing some really valuable information about how to find lost money. Couldn't we all use that? I didn't want you to miss out on those resources, so I'm going to share those with you now. Let's take a look.
All of us could use a little extra money these days. Sami Cone is here to show us how to find money that we didn't know that we lost, which sounds crazy, but you say it's true.
It's a thing. Yeah, we don't know. I mean, I always tell you guys, look through, return things you need to return, right? All those things in your house. But this is money maybe you left behind. Think about maybe a deposit you didn't collect from an apartment from a long time ago, or overpaid insurance, or even things from the IRS. There's a lot of money that they're not maybe rushing to tell you about, but it's there waiting for you. You just have to know where to collect it.
Okay, so you know where to go to collect it. Tell us about some of the places that we can just log on to and kind of see if this is something that we have sitting out there.
Yeah, so the first place you want to go is unclaimed.org. Okay, so that's kind of the main government website. And what you need to do is you go in, and it's simple. You're just going to type in your name, and then you're going to type in your state. So you're going to go state by state. Now, this is important because perhaps you were born somewhere. A lot of us aren't from Tennessee. So you want to make sure that you actually go to the different states. And then the other key, especially for us ladies, is to look at your different names.
Okay.
So maiden name, married name, an alias, a nickname, even, sometimes even just an initial. So I always say start broad and then kind of filter down. Yeah.
Got it. So anywhere that you have potentially lived, you need to check on that website if you've got money there.
Exactly, exactly. So you're going to do that. And then I also say check for relatives as well. I could not believe how many things we found for parents, in-laws, older grandmothers, things that, again, they weren't on the computer, right? These services weren't around, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And now you'd be surprised, again, whether it's a pension, whether it's a disbursement from an old employer. We're not talking necessarily thousands of dollars all the time, but if you can get hundreds of dollars, it's just sitting for you. Yeah. It's worth it.
Yeah, you need to go and grab it.
Yeah.
So the unclaimed.org, you say, kind of has some layers to it that also you should check?
I'm so glad you said that. Yeah. So again, you start there, but then you can also do a Nashville search. You can go to Claim It TN to do a Tennessee search. So there are different websites within that unclaimed.org, but also you might want to just do your Google search for Tennessee unclaimed property or Tennessee lost money. I've got these all on samicone.com, but you want to make sure to do all the different layers, all the different names. So it's a little bit of an online treasure hunt.
So say you do go on and you find that someone has some unclaimed money, you do, or it's a relative, how do you go about getting it back?
Yeah, so you're going to need to know Social Security number. This is good and bad, right? It's because it prevents someone from just claiming it under your name.
Yes.
So you need to have some identifying information. So chances are once you find that initial layer, you're going to have to verify an address. You're going to have to verify, like I said, a Social Security number or something else to prove that it is in fact you, and then match who you were then or where you lived then with where you are now so they can get that check to you.
Talk about treasuryhunt.com and what that does.
Yeah, so you want to also, if you think about like the IRS, any past refunds, anything like that, there's also property. So besides just income, there could be property that could have been in your name, in a relative's name. So that's where it goes, that extra layer to get anything that could be owed to you by the IRS or even beyond just money.
Okay, so and that website was
treasury.gov or
treasuryhunt.gov. Okay,
yes.
So many things that we need to check. And real quick before we go,
Yeah.
you got some information about free college scholarships.
Yeah, again, we're talking about free money. Sometimes it's not money that was owed to us, but there's a lot of searches you can do for free college scholarships. I have a child in college, and so making sure that you use those same parameters, but search, female living in Williamson County, female studying engineering in Tennessee, male of first-generation Americans. Those types of identifiers are going to cue you into scholarships that wouldn't just be from the big organizations that you'd normally find. Whew, that was a lot of information. If you missed any of those websites or want a little more how-to, don't worry, I've got everything for you on samicone.com, plus a lot of other tips to help you live better on less. Now, this is a time of year, if you have anything laying around your home that you need to get rid of, I'm talking about returns, things that you could sell, things maybe you bought last year around this time that you're like, oh, I can't sell Christmas stuff in January. This is the time to make some extra cash cash by going on that local Facebook marketplace, something like that, to put some extra cash in your pocket now. I want to thank all of my guests today and thank you for coming here. Make sure you have a great day, make sure you make it great, and do not wait to tell someone you love how you feel about them. Bye, friends.